Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about Ukrainian wedding traditions. So it's gonna be a mix of speaking practice, new vocabulary that I usually discover when make videos, and some personal information, even photos, related to my wedding that I'll be sharing with you.
Welcome to my English fluency path.
It's not a secret that weddings represent two people coming together to start a new life together. However, it's also a time to honor your cultural heritage. So the Ukrainian wedding is a unique aspect of our national culture, and I'll be describing some of the vividest Ukrainian wedding traditions that make Ukrainian weddings so unique and memorable. So without further ado, let's get started. The first tradition, the first custom, is paying the ransom. The groom has to go to the bride's parents' house to pay the ransom to get his bride. His best man, along with his immediate family, are allowed to come along for moral support. Instead of being taken inside right away, he is usually greeted by the bridesmaids, whose responsibility is to protect the bride from getting stolen without the adequate ransom. The girls work really hard to up the price of the ransom. For example, the groom has to answer some questions about his bride, and every wrong answer requires him to pay more. Also, the bridesmaids force him to shower the bride with compliments and do whatever else is necessary to get him drop more cash. After about 15 minutes of laughter and entertainment for all, the groom is allowed inside to get his bride. The next Ukrainian wedding tradition is blessings. This is a ritual that takes place shortly before the ceremony and involves parents and grandparents giving their blessings to the couple. They give the bride and groom their best Ukrainian wedding wishes and blessings for a happy and prosperous marriage. One more Ukrainian wedding tradition is stepping on the rushnik, embroidered cloth. Almost every Ukrainian wedding ceremony will see the couple step on a traditional embroidered cloth, which is called rushnik, before they take their vows. And this is a vocabulary time. A word vow is absolutely new to me, so I'd like to pay closer attention to it. So vow is a serious promise or decision. For example, she took or made a vow to never lend money to anyone again. So the couple step on the rushnik, embroidered cloth, before they take their vows. The person who steps on the Ukrainian wedding rushnik first will wear the pants in the family, so to say, and have the final say throughout the marriage. It seems that the groom almost always lets the bride to step on the Ukrainian wedding rushnik first, a gesture that is both respectful and endearing during the wedding ceremony. And one more interesting word, endearing. Endearing means making someone like you. For example, she laughs at herself a lot, which is always endearing. So we are moving on, and the next Ukrainian wedding tradition that I'd like to point out is the Ukrainian wedding ring finger. Unlike in North America, where wedding rings are traditionally worn on the left ring finger, a Ukrainian wedding ring finger is on the right hand. The bride will wear her ring on the same finger throughout her life unless her husband dies before her. In this case, she will switch hands, demonstrating that she is a widow. The next Ukrainian wedding tradition is a Ukrainian wedding bread, korovai. Korovai is known as a Ukrainian wedding cake. It is a large, round, braided bread baked from wheat flour, often decorated with various symbols and figurines. It's given to the bride and groom as a marriage blessing. It's a delicious, slightly sweet substitute of bread. Bread has a lot of symbolism in Ukrainian weddings. Of the Ukrainian wedding traditions, bread and salt carry the most meaning. Bread is symbolic of a Ukrainian wedding blessing for wealth and good luck, while salt is considered as a protector of evil spirits. Therefore, they are meant to be eaten together. Kidnapping the bride is another Ukrainian wedding tradition. Numerous times throughout the night, the bride disappears from the banquet hall and is held captive by her bridesmaids until the groom carries out some dares. The word dare is used here as a noun, and it basically means something you do because someone dares you to. For example, he jumped in the river as a dare. So the groom has to carry out some dares to get his bride back. I suppose the idea behind the kidnapping the bride is to make the groom do something that he isn't fond of, like drinking a shot of horilka. This is the Ukrainian traditional alcohol, or things like that. Hirko. This is a Ukrainian wedding toast. Ukrainian weddings are renowned for toasts. The word renown means the state of being famous. For example, he is an artist of national renown. So parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, second cousins, everyone has something to say. And every toast ends in a famous Ukrainian phrase, "Hirko," meaning bitter, which indicates that the bride and groom have to kiss. As the Ukrainian wedding toast tradition goes, if something is bitter, kissing will sweeten it. Guests usually love yelling "Hirko" whenever they can, and the couple may even look a little bit tired of kissing. Wedding games and activities. Ukrainian weddings are all about entertainment. There are a ton of games and activities going on throughout the night. Guests expect to be entertained, and it's up to the bride and groom, along with their MC, which they call tamada in Ukraine, to keep the spirit high throughout the night. The guessing baby gender game is one of such activities. The best man and the maid of honor each walks around the room asking for the crowd to vote on the gender of the couple's first baby. Those voting for a girl have to drop money into the best man's bucket, and those hoping for a boy have to put money into the maid of honor's bucket. According to the friends and family's opinions, the couple could expect to be having a boy or a girl. The next tradition is the single ladies dance. During the festivities, all the unmarried single ladies are invited to the floor for a Ukrainian wedding dance. They line up for their turn to dance with the bride. After a 15-second dance, the bride spins each one of them and sits them down on a chair. The premise is to jump up from the chair as quickly as possible. The longer you sit, the more likely you are to end up sitting alone for the rest of your life. And grab a piece of paper out of a hat. The paper would give you your love life prophecy, which may say that you are going to marry a Hollywood actor, a traveler, or just a janitor. And now let's take a closer look at some new vocabulary. The word premise is new to me. It means an idea or theory on which a statement or action is based. For example, the research project is based on the premise that all men are created equal. Another interesting word is prophecy. Prophecy is a statement that says what is going to happen in the future. For example, biblical prophecies. Okay, that's it for now. But you have to know that there are many more Ukrainian wedding traditions, customs, features, and peculiarities that make this event absolutely unique and unforgettable. Many Ukrainian wedding traditions have been passed down for generations and are deeply rooted in symbolism and history. However, there are many ways to incorporate traditions of the past in a more modern way. After all, your wedding should be a reflection of you, your partner, and your future together. Anyway, I thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video up to the very end. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!